Everyone, it's Nancy here and I'm back with a process video for you. It is a 12 by 12 layout. I know you guys love them, and believe me, I love doing them still. One of the main issues I've had so far is that I don't have a lot of photos that I need to scrap in this side, because the majority of my photos for 2015, of course, are going in my project life. And this means that I am now looking at other photos and stuff that I've still got and kind of need to finish off. And this one is from my American album, and this is a photo of my boyfriend in kind of like doing one of those superimposed poses, being Marty McFly from Back to the Future. Back to the Future is one of his favourite films, and he had gone, I think he'd gone on a ride when we were at Universal Studios, and because of my back and things, I can't go on rides and stuff, so I think I was sitting waiting for him somewhere, and he was taking forever, which is not unusual for him, and he hasn't lost me at this point of the holiday, so, you know, we still weren't too bothered about him just wandering off somewhere. And he came back after half an hour, and he thought it would be fun to have this photo done, but it took quite a while to get the pose right, and he had to take his specs off. It was just really funny. So he came back and presented me with this photo of him as Marty McFly, and I love it. I got it in a little frame, and I normally have it up, and I knew that I wanted to print it out, scan it and print it out to make a layout on. And that's really where a lot of my influence came from. This layout is okay, I need to do some crazy 80s colours and stuff, and just kind of make it really bright and fun. And yeah, so I have taken my Hero Arts Neon and my Crushed Curry from Stampin' Up to start just using my stencils. So I've just used my polka dot stencil and that Tim Holtz star stencil. And now I'm just taking my Dilutions and just using the sprayer end there just to create some little swiggles and some little lines, and yeah, just adding some different colours. So I'm using blues, purples, pinks, oranges. I'm doing some spraying as well, but basically just having a little bit of a riot and some fun, just creating my own background paper, and I absolutely love how this came out. Yeah, it just makes everything pop, and it kind of just goes with the crazy, kind of, 80s and fun, and this kind of film, and yeah, I kind of love it how it's all bursting out from behind the photo. So yeah, had great fun with that, and I really recommend you should kind of try this just to create your own sort of background pieces of paper. I did then get my black ink out and add some big black, splodges everywhere, and yeah, I couldn't recommend it enough. I had great fun. I had such fun doing that, and of course I then just had to leave it to dry because I'd used quite a lot of ink on there. So I'm just double matting my photo, and again I've just cut out a little bit of that back paper that I'm going to double mount this layout on, and I just like it, and it's not because I'm trying to save paper, it's just because I like that consistency. I'm going to start inking everything in the neon pink, and then I'm just going to pull loads of bits and pieces from my stash. I have these, I can't think who these are from. I think these are just crepe paper transparencies, and they've kind of all got a slightly 80s kind of vibe to them, and yeah, I'm kind of just going with kind of that of making it all a little bit retro. That This Happened card came from the Prima Insta, whatever that one was. I've had ages and I'm trying to use those up. I do have that film strip, which I got in a bag of goodies from one of my friends who I crop with, and I wanted to just add that on because, of course, you know, it is a film theme because it's Back to the Future, and I said it's one of my boyfriend's favourite films, if not his favourite film. And it just brings in that pop of black. That was just plain chipboard, so I just did use my black Memento ink, just pushed my ink pad onto that. These are some like star post-it notes that came in the Studio Calico kit, Project Life kit. I wasn't sure how I was going to use them. I do planners and stuff like that, but not to the extent that I'd probably use these. As I already had stars in the background, I thought these would kind of just add a little bit more to it. So I'm just going to be using them in layers. And one of the things I missed doing Project Life, I spoke about it in my last 12 Tries video, I missed doing loads and loads of layers. I love doing all these layers. So I did really trawl through my stash here to like get lots of stuff out and used up. These are some wood veneers that came in a Scraptastic kit probably the beginning of last year when I was still subscribing, and there was kind of like I used to buy the extra wood veneers, and I didn't get this kit because there's like 2 kits you can choose from. One was like very boy themed, but I did of course get the wood veneers in the extra pack, and these are just a couple of flames, and I didn't know how I was ever going to use them. And I was just searching for something else in my embellishments, and I was like, oh, these are going to be perfect. I can use these on here. It's kind of a little flame effect. So I am just using my dilutions there, just to add some colour to them. You can still see the wood tone and stuff through them. You know, I think they're going to work fine. And again, these Studio Calico acrylic stars I'm also going to use on here. And as I've now found my wet glue and everything, it's so much easier to stick like these little embellishments down. And so I'm just going to layer those sort of under and over these transparencies. And this is just going to help me, you know, keep everything together. And I just think they add something. I think they really do. I'm really pleased that I've actually got them used up on this layout. So I'm now looking at these chunky sort of embellish, these acrylic stars even, and getting those added on here, and they're kind of like a gold tone, so they're just going to work really well. And they're a bit different, you know, it's a bit different to have kind of this acrylic. Yeah, it is an acrylic, it's like an acrylic plastic. And so I'm just using my wet glue again to stick those down. I said I really couldn't be happy with how all the layers ended up working on this page. And I'm kind of doing kind of diagonal cluster across the layout. I knew that I wanted to have a very long title, and so this was a way also in my mind to use up a few of my thickers and stuff that's just had random ones left. Sorry guys, I had to have a yawn there. I haven't yawned for a while in doing these videos. So as I was saying, just going through all my different like half-used sticker packs here, trying to work out what, you know, words I could get from what. And of course my title is going to be Where We're Going, We Don't Need Roads. You know, which is the, you know, famous quote from the Back to the Future films. And I'm kind of like working out what letters I can get from what, and some of these stickers I've had a long time and I just want to get them used up and out of my stash. So you're going to see me fussing about here, and kind of because I'm all over the place, kind of like picking stickers out and doing other bits and choose bits, I make a little bit of a boo-boo because I pick a pack of stickers out, I'll try saying that quickly, to do part of my title and then completely forget to like actually pull them out and stick it down. So kind of like get halfway through and I think I've got my title placed, and then I'm like, no Nancy, you're missing one of the words. So then have to go back and add it, and it does slightly alter the balance of the layout, but I'm not too bothered. It does look fine. I just should have probably put it down before I then go and add some more embellishments. So that was a little bit annoying. So I'm just now like just going through trying all these different packs of stickers. It's like E's. There was a lot of E's that I needed, and like, yeah, E's are one of those things. They should just give you like 10 E's on everything, because it's just a nightmare. I always run out of E's. So I'm just now sticking my title down, thinking it's all done. It's not. I will realise that quite close to the end that I have failed to stick one word down, and it's actually just off to the side of me, the pack of thickers that I wanted to use. And as I said, these are pretty old thickers, especially these yellow ones that I'm sticking down. But I really like them, and I wanted to kind of pick the colour tones out from the background. And I went through a stage last year where I loved doing these kind of multi-font titles, and I really want to do that again, just because it's a great way of using them up. And because the background's quite busy and crazy, it all works pretty well. As you can see, I'm gluing these down and sticking them down, and when I need to add the other bit of the title, I really could have done with shifting all of that over slightly, but because I glued them down, I couldn't do that. So I'm being quite oblivious here. I'm just thinking, yep, title's done. Doesn't make sense, but hey ho. And I'm just pulling out again some old embellishments that I've got here. I think these were from Freckled Fawn. And they were sent to me in a rack, and I really love them. So I've gone with the star theme, so might as well carry that one on. I'm just going through lots of other bits and pieces here, looking around what I've got on my desk that I can stick down. I've got this chipboard, Teresa Collins pack, and I'm not sure what I was thinking here. Had this like very long kind of movie strip kind of thing, and yeah, I'm not sure where I was planning on putting this on this layout. It possibly would have worked if I hadn't have already added the title. But yeah, that wasn't going on there anywhere, but I did just pull off that little pointy finger because I think that worked quite well. I'm just going through some other stickers and pieces that I've got out here and seeing what I can add to the page. I wanted to use up some of these smaller words. I love these little word strips. Yeah, I think everyone just needs these Simple Stories sticker packs in their stash because they're just so useful. So just adding different words that kind of working in the main colours on this layout, and just adding those there to just create that diagonal sort of theme fall across the layout. And again, still totally oblivious at this point that I'm missing a big word off the layout. Going through some, I've got some die cuts here, let's add some of them on. Nancy, add the other word. But the thing is, at the moment, my space is so disorganised, I need to just sort myself out and get it sorted. I've got little, like, pots and stashes of, like, embellishments everywhere. And it's making my brain quite chaotic, so that's not helping. There's just so much stuff everywhere that I can't concentrate. So these were just cut out on my Cameo quite a while ago, and I just felt they just added some more star elements, so I went with it. Just gluing down some other bits here, and I then even go as far as sticking it down on this background, before I realise, Nancy, you're missing a word. So I'm thinking, yeah, okay, this is good. I'm liking this. It's getting quite done. Yeah, no, Nancy. No. And it's probably one of these things, if I'd have looked at the camera, it would have been, like, startlingly obvious that, I hadn't included it. Even here, I've lifted up the pile of thickers that I've got there, including the ones I wanted to use, and not seen them. I do just add these turquoise sequins down, and I knew that I wanted to do that because I had a turquoise font that I was using, but that hadn't got on the page. So this is just like a total brain fart layout at this point. I do eventually end up coming to and going, oh, yes. So I've just moved that star there so I can add that other bit of the title. And as I said, it does mean that I can't fit it all on 100% how I wanted to. I was then just looking for those other letter stickers thinking, can I use any of those on there? Is that going to make anything, is it going to fit better? It doesn't. So I do end up just using the ones that I wanted to use in the first place. It doesn't look too odd. I just could have done with shifting everything on that over a little bit. But all in all, I think it works okay. I hope you've enjoyed this layout and watching my crazy process. Here are some close-up images. I want to thank you all guys for watching and supporting my channel, and I will see you all again soon.